so many nominees, it looks like a charitable event.
It does, but I think at the end of the day, you know, the best will be left standing. I'm suggesting that I'm going to be the one candidate that presents some real choices to Toronto. I think people have started to see that since last night, and the first story went out. We're going to talk about things that not everybody will love at first, but just like all of you who sit at your dinner table or talk to your friends, we're going to talk about the things that people are really talking about. How are we going to build these LRTs and subways and bus lanes? It's going to cost money, and like everything in life, you have to make an investment. So when I look at the news on the weekend with Kathleen Wynne, and provincially, municipally, nobody will tell any of us who's going to pay for all of these lines, and you know, taxes won't go up. It's a bit of a bizarre notion to me that we're not going to pay for these things that will make Toronto great.
So how would you pay for them?
First option I can tell you is, and I've been very clear about this, and I'm going to be very clear about it right here at City Hall, is we have to look at taxes. And you know, it's not a four-letter word. Taxes, when they're used wisely and people know where their money is going, people know that things are worth it. I mean, taxes build roads, taxes build subways, taxes build hospitals. You know, I can tell you, as much as Sideshow Rob is interesting, it doesn't really interest me. I'm much more interested in what will make this city great 5-10 years from now, so he's not that interesting to me. I don't do things to fail, and I'm here to give it my best shot. And I think when people look us up, and I think when people hear what we have to say about taxes, tolls, as much as people, you know, not everything is about the comments section. There are reasonable people in this city, and I think I'm going to talk about the things that you're all talking about to each other.
I got the name right, just to...
That's 210.
Some people suggested that last time, just to confuse people, but then I figured the mayor might come after me. Who knew, eh?
Russ, why do you want to be elected to council?
Well, I think we've had a bit of a circus the last few years, and I think Toronto really thrives on its strong neighborhoods, and I think we have to get back to that. I think we have to empower people in local communities to be involved in their community. I think there's been a number of people in my community who say, well, City Hall is so remote, so distant. I think we've got to increase engagement among citizens. I know particularly in our community, I run a youth center. A lot of youth are saying, well, politics isn't for them. It doesn't meet their issues. We have to make it meet their issues. That's what's important.
And you live
I think what I bring and what I've shown in my work is an ability to work well with people of all political stripes in order to galvanize people around specific issues. We have some very acute problems in our community, transit being obviously a key one. That's right across the city. So when you see the waste that the Scarborough extension is and realize the impact that's going to have on a really viable LRT system for the city of Toronto, we have to move in that direction. I think the city's had an acute shortage of leadership over the past 4 years. I think the mayor's got some issues he needs to deal with, and I think it's time that we had a mayor who puts the city first.